Pramo ato abusafo mamunyina aha UTV so enie omayimu ene amakodwo so nsam ayensa kania boaboa no eno ena edu so ayede ebramo efri abeka junction ewo enkrakopon emu this way chocolate drink osidio nya ene enso share special ice enunsu ensuo emu ode ene mu yakroje ena afa special drinks enunsu emu gu akodo ye o ginger ye malt ye strawberry ni nyina so ekoye pa ne sentu ko adwaso a na watopi na omanfo a wonom pe eye ensa nampo drinker ed anomono no tumi ama wonum bi sa enwumako ene afoforo enkae na akabom asoyasene ayede pramto rekaseboy ebramo kasebo no de bedi mu akotini bi enie COVID-19 yade tisi Ghana hase na nya so boni ewo nwumakuo ena afenso ankwankra so na enunti ena eye aban no ede hihye pi egu akwan so no na eno ena Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia de atodwase no wo mu yeye ede bo Ghana fo eho eban sanso ena kanema mpanyi atwaso de atodwase de MPP atumi aye no esu pi sede wonom ebetoye Nyame ya duma August that also aduasa ba kwa MPP amanyokoro manifesto no wonom ebeda no edi sanso na November busumi edi animu America man wonom ebeto aba na Donald Trump asha se ebo eye Republican kokose ansha enwemu bi ebetumi akoso abusuafo wei ene ensambia ebi eka ho na editie na edihwe ane aso no sokrogia yede ebremu ewo UTV so ewo enkan abeka junction Midday ade Afia Adutwumwaa Morosa me anam de pram to rekasebo no ebremu afi yenhwe emunsam ankasa Ene anope Ghana mampanyi abedi akire a woni Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia wo ba Peace FM kokroko dwumadi no so ene kwa mesefa kan bobon komo e de franhyehyɛ akodo a eye MPP aban aye de wonom ebeye ene enema akodo pi na no ene odi tu dwase wo hwɛ eye enema mu a anampo man Ghana hase aban de nhye pi egu akwan so pa de fasikasam ho ni ade na ose COVID baaye no se de ebeye a omanfo ho nkyere wo mu ema enwumakuo pi engu nti no enu nti enom de sanhyehyɛ no eba ya wo gyina so e de abogana fo ho ban se de beya ahoyehia bebre yenkomo.
You have an economy that could not pay teacher training allowance. How could they have given free water? They wouldn't have been able to give free water. They couldn't have been able to reduce electricity by 50%. They wouldn't have been able to give the meals that we have given, and so on. So the expenditures are here undertaken. We are protecting lives and livelihoods, because you have to look at the economy and you have to look at lives and livelihoods. The president has said that his number one priority is to protect the lives and livelihoods of Ghanaians. Once that is done, as for the economy, we know how to fix it, he said, but we don't know how to bring anybody back to life. So when you come in and you have your children at home, you are using electricity, you are using water. In this COVID, you have to keep washing your hands, but you are not at work, you are not earning, but we are asking you to stay at home. What do? We have to cushion you. So you protect the livelihoods. Say, this few months you will not pay water bill, or this few months if you are a lifeline consumer, untia electricity bill, and all of that. So then the health workers, you cushion them with allowances and tax reliefs and all of that. A boy and the business people, we provided almost 750 million Ghana cedis because a lot of businesses were hurting to do that. But those expenditures were necessary expenditures to cushion our people and to cushion the economy. And this is why when you are in management of economy, when you save for the bad times as well. And we are in a much stronger position to make these expenditures. And by the way, say, without making some of these expenditures, you would have been seeing a collapsing economy, because that is really the alternative, where we will all be collapsing. But we are making sure that we use the resources to protect lives, to protect livelihoods, and by the grace of God, once this thing blows over, we will be able to get moving again the way we were already moving.
Eno echi Dr. Muhammadu Baumia atuaso editu dwa okokroko dwumadie nso ese de MPP etumi aye no esopa echen de wonom ebeto ye wo chese wo hwese de omosidi emfie miensa pe asie so mansi kasam ama omde hihye pi aba bibi ti se omo edi enwuma ba creating of jobs and afin so one district one factory planting for food and jobs ni na wo de aba na utumi se wo mo abo homodin ye pa e wo sikasem esen de NDC for eye no.
Unemployment is reducing. It is reduced. 100,000 people are being employed, and that is very, very important. The Zongo Development Fund is providing some infrastructure in Zongos today. One district, one factory is providing jobs. One village, one dam is providing water to farmers that need it, planting for food and jobs. And also, it's helping a lot of farmers across the country. And this is why when we say food production, it has gone up very significantly. And we are even exporting foods now rather than importing. And that is a major benefit to us. So we haven't eliminated suffering, but compared to before we have reduced it. And this is why we need to continue and continue to reduce it more. And that is what, inshallah, we want to do in our next term.
Yen nyina se MPP abano eba ye no sika kra bia hodo banks ahodo a na eja agu awie na wo mo na mu aye mmere e sikasem afamu no wonom ebegu ni nyina da na ebi krampo ho a wo mo keka bo mu e no consolidated bank as our banks nimpo eda so ewo ho no mo na no na owura baumia ede atodwa se senkomo antu sa anamo no a enkanipa be se 4.6 million na nkomu sika wo sa banks ni mu no enkomu sika no enkebeyira omo sanka.
Banking crisis is very sad because the previous government were fully aware, say there was a problem.
They were?
Fully aware, say no problem was in terms of the financial sector and the banking sector. 2015, IMF asset quality review 2015, and it showed major problems in the banking sector. I spoke about it sometime in 2015, and Mika said we have 8 banks which could collapse if nothing is done about it. A former president, in his State of the Nation address in 2016, pointed to the problems, especially in the microfinance sector. Even under their tenure, 82 microfinance institutions collapsed. 82, including DKM. So there were such bad practices of governance and the management of these institutions, and we had to step in because some of the banks were set up without any capital. They just lied their way to setting up the bank. They moved money here, showed it to the central bank. Central bank gave them the license. Then they moved the money out. And they were using central bank liquidity support for other purposes rather than reviving these banks. So when we say by the time we got into office, things were really unraveling. And the new management at the central bank decided to rescue because we were on the brink, really on the brink of a collapse of the system. And so they had to move quickly to rescue the financial system. And that is why they revoked the licenses, I think, of about 9 banks or so, and 23 savings and loans, and over 300 microfinance institutions. And that act is one of the most important acts that have been done to save our economy. Kwame,
yes, sir.
You had depositors, 4.6 million depositors whose monies were at stake. 4.6 million. Kwame, Can you imagine, say, pay 4.6 million people will lose their deposits completely? Can you imagine? Like the 82 that had already lost, 82 depositors of the 82 financial institutions that had collapsed before, who were not paid. We were on the brink of losing the deposits of 4.6 million people. Intina, the rescue plan was implemented, and you had to essentially rationalize the banking system and make sure that the deposits were saved. And so those deposits were saved. At the end of the day, government has had to expend, close to 21 billion in the financial sector to save these deposits.
Ano achi watu aso editu dwasa COVID-19 yade einiti ewo memu no eyade a enye sunsuanso boni ewo adwuma biasi kasam eso eno nti Ghana badi nhye piegu akwanso a wogina so na saa enwumaku a COVID-19 enye sunsuanso boni wonsi kasam so no watumi edi akenya mu ama wo mu etumi agina wo na so omo so mu giri ye paso mutu saa na mo na ebetumi aboa ama Ghana Beyond Aid agenda no mpo wo mu etumi edru huntem.
Has revealed a few things, and Senana Kufuado Oka, Ghana Beyond Aid, Ghana Beyond Aid, Ghana Beyond Aid. COVID by Yehum say this is the time for the practical implementation of Ghana Beyond Aid, because we are now PPEs, personal protective equipment, mask na dear. Yeni were hospitals. Now, yes, say, this is the time to stop importing those that we can make here. Now, you make it. So there's a lot of the PPEs are here domestically. So domestic production is very, very important. So we are looking at that side in terms of producing things internally. When we put in our manifesto, try and focus on made in Ghana products. And in terms of government procurement, let's focus on made in Ghana. Let's produce here and let us manufacture here. So there is a lot of thinking, and thankfully for Ghana, we were already on that march towards the Ghana Beyond Aid vision. And with COVID, it is only going to accelerate our march towards the Ghana Beyond Aid. So when we hear industrialization now, 1D, 1F is already in place. We are ahead of many countries in Africa on that. In terms of the industrialization directive, the automotive industry is coming into stream and coming in on its own. So VW, Kantanka, Woho, all of these, Toyota is coming. So yeah, building automotive industry to come in and help us along with other industry. We're trying to also add value to our bauxite. And by the end of this year, I think you will choose a partner for us on the bauxite to begin the integration of the bauxite and aluminium industry. We are doing the same for iron and steel. So the areas the core post-COVID, they've already been identified. We're already on the march towards it, but we just now have to entrench it and accelerate it, kakra.
Just a union in 10 kakra.
No.
Ye free MP pumu na ye demo akọ eye NDC mu ne nyanentie se National Democratic Congress NDC amanyoko nyame eye adoma wono manifesto anampo siato abama womo niema kudu a womba beye no wonom ebedan na di eye busumi ni da toso aduasa baako August da toso aduasa baako e wa afi mu na saa ensemi National Communication Officer ema NDC a wono owura same jamfi ena di tu dwa bra mo friends am trofo enhiamu.
The flag bearer and leader of the NDC has indicated that our manifesto will be launched this month. Our manifesto is ready. It was presented to by our manifesto committee to the flag bearer weeks ago. I am a member of the manifesto launch committee, and at our last meeting, it was decided that the manifesto will be launched on the 31st of August. And to those of you who want to know whether it will be in Accra or another region, to be in Accra. And so we will be issuing a statement by Wednesday to communicate venue and other details that you need to know. President Mahama said it to be launched within August. August is not over. And like I'm just confirming to you that it will be launched on the 31st. And the manifesto is ready. Ready. That's it. We are not behind time at all.
Oti mantam swafo a wone nana owusu yeboa akasa de ato dwa se aduane a aban ese wode bema aban sukufo ena afenso yesuku ahodo enhye aban si a wonom ekoche junior high ensohwe ne ebie no wose eno no aban yesa na afei wode ahye sukufo ne teacherfo ne nyina nkran se de be ya won bayiri wo ho asuade ye na BC sohwe no wonom etumi atwe ne ye.
Empenyisi yemfa yefupan ensha ben enti komodo na to school dem so suade enko otrimu ye enti na Ghana mampenyi na nado danko akufu ado ese ye nuanuane ema junior high student fa na year for no eni said ye bebo no mosuade atiase ankrankra ne aban school sahudo ni mu oti mantam ne so afo no nyamfo usu yebo ekasa na o kire se aban pese enkura ne suade no mutwa mo nso hwe ni ye pa enti na wono anuane ede amo mo no
ye pese ye de sa COVID-19 safety protocols no so let's remind you you just remind you because you know so the park ko fire and as say you manoda sumna so the park ko wu anamfa so biara maso and the bra won hard ma was wo sua de wo revision wo ye we mu nyina ne ade say safety protocols no wo di so pepepe na wo bo modin sua de na wo pass sin won a wo di won anim no we say won a wo di won anim no wan nya hot me biara ni o enti ese we are when we did ebe motivate won ama won ye ni ade bre mo ni da so say the hiane de fata nyina Ghana Education Service aya ama won president so say enu achi no mon nidi na monya hoden na montumi nsuade.
Regional School Feeding Coordinator Mami Olivia woni UTV ekasa kire nkradodo mo no anuane ede amomwadi.
The quality food o ma hu ene no will continue for the 21 days no. There is not going to be any change. We don't want people to say a one day wonder. It is a continuation. You bet twice near ye. And into me regional coordinator, me ensure say all my caterers be eduane no. Say the air short mo pepepe. Any one say any pepepe. And kosuadie say the minister di kan kay constant. Ewa aduane ni nyina mu. Enti aduane bia ebeba bebia village bia bebiara. Say nkosua anima omoma ye hu. Ye ni caterer na ye obi ka.
Enkoda ya no anuane mo manya bi adi ene UTV ekasa.
Let me say jollof rice, shito with 1 egg, and that meal I can see that egg inside is contained balanced diet, and through that meal some of our students here can study well because some they don't eat before coming to school, so if they eat they'll find the learning interesting.
The meal has been delicious, it's just delicious, and we are thanking him. May God continue to bless him to improve all that he's doing for us.
Oswafa wo share empotamu amemo ensam eso no wonom aye ordinanu asi wonom aye workshop bi ade ama assembly members a wonom ewo biako ye mensinimu ewo otimantam se de be ya wonom betumi akeka wo hu yie na asade ni asudie eda won so efa empotamu amemo ehu adwuma ho no won betumi aye ni yie.
Onmonya for comfort ata wono ena ya bankra chepanyina woda biakoye ano ne no ena o kire se enka na mampanyi kofo abreso afimpinu ne enwotwe ena wo mo bo mansini to ho ifiri obesi se ye kase nya dia orientation na se ne assembly members ehia akiye enchekere dia ma omoda iti wei ene de di kan kra se de be ya wono ebekọ no akobo amane akire omanfo ama wono mahu se ese fata se wo mutwi ato na eto no ntimi boa e ma mpuntu koso assembly ahodo nim
for ete assembly ma yen say orientation no we ne edikan kura ayeye ewo assembly hanom enti eye bibia aba ne mrepa so ebeboa assembly members no yiye ye nimse ye nyina ye nimse assembly ye source of funding ne ba ko eye IGF ese say yetumi gather from ye important electoral areas enti na mesre assembly members ne say omo abenya orientation ye omo koi omo ntumi mfa akwanyan mfa enkasa nkyere omo nkrofo e wo mpotem se ne ebe ya omo nyina beti ase ne enti ese so omo tuatua bibi te say property rates advice money ade send e be assembly ni benya nyina so na yatumi aye bibi ama omo important
eno achi assembly members ni bi ni UTV en centrofo kasaye
ne assemblyman ehunu na juma esese woye assemblyman yes oye woni mpatam edibua ma revenue generation timi kaso ma assembly timi nya sika kuduo ni bi eka common fa na wodi be ye mpotijuma ya kyerɛkyerɛ
your mama ya hu say point of order so sorry say obekasa bibi say point of order na kyerɛ say utumi ekotu act no kyerɛ ni nti a wo pese okasa say wonni engineer bia wo so metumi kyerɛ say point of order no fa hye obotum na tenase nti mama hu engineer bia sa metumi aye odikan for papa ama bia koye assembly na atumi akoya nim
manu bebre wo ho a na ya adwen mu enhyeda entene efa sa nema no ho but at the end of the day yatimi ahu sa nema na na se nema no ani so abi ho ada ho amaye going forward no ye de be share action mu na ye de aboa a develop
I was on 4 years to work as a born so that on now a crobia as soon as South Men's Moon war. Now a baby to just say chrono, woman's sika or majeje, a yet water money no 25,000 aira. And I'm a mebunuko youth groups no, and I fay a anonymous him for no penny for as a for who don't make and defone him was for. One just so many when he sends us, he can omwe who can be also or yetre a baby.
2017 bepum ne efe o ma man ye nya emfanche tesi atosempa mo man no se o man no o mo nche ya dwen ti adwenkyere ne wi a anamo bi ebetu a ebetumi ache san kwofo ne betu na woni ache san wo because eye ewudie enumode e kro no ma bo man no eti ensa ma akwa hia ti police na se ma wo mo ache wo mo na wo suba che de nti a o man nyina sika enyi wo hema sika enyi wo hene sika ana enye MPP na enye NTC ayo man nyina adia eti meme ne sutumi MPP ne sutumi NTC ne sutumi to man mu nyina na adia ya pade no to man mu nyina ba ya homboa ni atan asa ai committee for na chi ene assembly ma chi na ba bia sika kontrol bia no ya risk na chi da kwai
yempe mojakago yempe ntopa yempe watimi atendidi de ya hyehyɛ emra ene omundi
nu de manum ho afi sɛ wo mo je pipe no menu wo nyina na kwaje ye di sika bia meni mu bi enti manum ho se kwaje pipe enti sɛ pipe sika na yera de a ɛwɔ se ye gina ho ɛma Moses gina ho ɛma nanam mpanufo nyina gina ho ne ye pipe sika no furu mo wo di pipe de mo di bi ho family visa ya kwa na nye na ya fa to nyama bi obro me a sɛ de ho ja adwuma kro nya bi nye sɛ wa sɛ adwuma ba ha ne yeso nya bi sɛ mo family na ya ma kro me ya mema ngedekete mema ya fi susu nyina ye nya adwuma nye
o mo ska o nse no o mo tutu ya afa jan ai o mo gana fi krom kra na se be se mo amba enti se be se oni akoso da ye mpan da e yira o mo ba krom ko tuma polisi wi a na dia to se abansem na ba so de etu ama na ma ho se de ya be bo o man no na service spread ya sense ska be ko 3 million no betuma je o ma mo man no e oni no be ri e toilet ni krom ha ensuo su e de ba ko pe no krom ha krosu ya ha pa ni ya pro more than 3,000 population was akure mu e say they have a plan to be a for minister bia e be jeff this
Ghana aban any Zoom Lion Ghana Limited aka abom amasese no wo mo ekọ asantimantemu na tertiary institutions makomako aduonu e wo honom no wo mo akobo enuro e wo honom Efibra COVID-19 yade no eba Ghana ha brano Ghana mampani na nado dankwa ekufuado ene Ghana fodi nkomo ekyerɛkyerɛ won ne mapa wode egu akwan mu ede ekon etia yade no na ne etoso dunum a oyeye no mu ene wode tu dwa sɛ esukufo ewosuapon mu a wantimi antwerɛ won sohwɛ ansa na COVID-19 wo ma wakofie no wo nyina esan abasuku no aba abetwerɛ won sohwɛ no awie na no na agina so ama Zoom Lion Ghana Limited akwa pro ewa santima mantemu ha no mo abo enuro e wo suapon ahodo e wo ha ne nyina mu se ne be ya asukufo no ekwa a won kofa yade bia na suapon ahodo a wo komu e di nuro kopitin ye ne bi eye Kumase Technical University, Kwadaso College of Agriculture, Baptist University College, Christ Apostolic University, anyone me ka home. Kwame Nkrumah suapon no e na wonom anko esan se e ho no wo kiremu a wo se asukufo ni nyina atwere won sohwe awie won mo ye no abefo ekwantempon internet no eso online no enti they say de Kwame Nkrumah suapon de wawie won sohwe deda na kwankyerefo pani na woda Zoom Lion Ghana Limited ano wo Ashanti East Ora Franklin Ofori Ekufu any UTV nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ for kasa no si weni ne etoso mienu a wɔbɔ enuro ɛwɔ suapon ahodo no emu na ne nyinaa ɛbotae ɛne sɛ obetumi aboa ama suapon no mu ate na asukufo kɔ suku a obenya asomdwe de asua ade
SRCI based on president ne 15th address to the nation no o make it clear say some institutions bi oroma o mantimi an go online an kwakoyem exams into those institutions no mantimi an go online kwakoyem exams no they are supposed to report on 24th of August to their various schools. And we institutions na nyomu nyane ye say ya kase here central jina ye over 20 institutions but we here and you be an ye nti we say be KMC omo ye online exams nti nyade ye hono but we ke poli hanoma hanoma san so man nti na ye bi hanoma no emo na ye no edi nsawo no emo na ye mo bi normally surfaces no mo get into contact bi nipa no go no second surface nti periodically at least every quarter bi na say itimi esan ye nti one students are coming in be a next quarter no I say it be samba be mom so that at least you to get rid of presence no
suapon ahodo a wodi no kopitin ho no emu empanifo bi ene UTV nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ di nkomo
fumigation be boa said the be ya say virus no cry bi wo ba bi a etumi akuna ma yen wo race na de amanfo de wo monsa susum classrooms ne etia fumigation be boa school no said the be obi e ba ha e kuma beto ne yem sa at least protocols na de agu kwam no you observe that protocols
Zoom Lion for ha omo fumigation wa ha sabaya se covid ne bi kra wa ha na se any infectious microbial agents bi wa ha kra e betimi akum o man sana nkra na ba yen hyehyɛ pa anasa na mompa efiri se ye di akoni aba obi nim so obi a nti so mo be spray ha sa no na je se ma yade ye ho so ye ho asese we are very
grateful to the President and the government for this intervention of having to get the place fully fumigated. We are expecting about 800 continuous students from level 100 to 300. And I believe that with this fumigation and disinfection taking place, the environment is very safe.
Zoom Lion Ghana Limited ani aban aka bomu ebobo ewo schools ahudo magina so akon asia COVID-19 muamoa no wonom akoye bi ewo Takoradi Technical University and Afia to Holy Child College.
Omampanyi si suapon ahodo Ghana ase no yemfa nrum pitimnyenku enti anwebo ane yarewa ahodo bi etise coronavirus enti Zoom Lion dwumakuri ne di animu ato ye mantemu Takoradi Technical University and Holy Child College of Education omudi nro apetimu owura ehyen acting registrar Edma TTU one UTV edi enkomo kire se omo etai Zoom Lion fo echi so be ye dwumaden ede aboa
by next year go school TTU so oda ye dey share ye COVID-19 era. This year, more in there, so she obey to head go so that when the students come, students in the bar, they are not found wanted. We liaise with Zoom Lion. What be the first one? Second one, students were about over here. And the third one, this is the third time Zoom Lion wants to disinfect the whole of the campus so that we have a COVID-free environment. Additionally, the institution also wants to eliminate a good place. Was a periodical packet for sanitizers and all the PPEs that government brought. And then in addition, what TTU has also provided, so that when students come, we'll have a free, covered environment.
Now, Western Regional Vector Control Manager Dema Zoom Lion, Ora Sameredu and UTV Ekasai.
And then maybe a Tusumi and San, Yaba TTU higher disinfecting. Now, we also know the very next week or so, students never back. They will see a bit disinfect here. In the coronavirus area, Abba. Now, a day, I will be students who say, oh, power mobile. Yeah, must come on my fire, and necessary. be fire area of meeting and we say disinfecting school my yeah every block classrooms lecture halls and other halls of residence be a parano na students no more that and bungalows church for near my phone in near we say we are bad Pinya as
Omanpai nana adedan kwakufu ado ehye Ghana for bose afi 2020 akwan afi year of road na no na wejagbawe abakra chipanyo ho de atodwasa akwan hodo wo wejagbawe ho no emu beso ho mu nchemu aduosia 60% de yesiesie ni kama pa
Omapanyi se afi wese ne yakwan yafe enti UTV ye fire cameras ye ko ho eko wejagbawe abato mpeso ye wo enkrando kohwe se ampa aban wo ye kwan anasa wonye kwan empanyi se woni samo ye ninjawo ye ko ye ne hu se ampa aban wo ye kwan ne pa eno tie ne adehye ne bi edi enkomo no mo kire se abade sia yoyo ntomo da aba no ase esan se kwan wodo na ye bonchi monka ne fichi kwan nyina no aban aye amomagusu kama
ekwan na enye kra emfuturo atese tutu ti driver for no simu asaye ne free malam eba ha na ekwan bia enwere ne so sane na ekwan tinti no wusi mu abeche pansa na waba ntoko ni ade na driver se ne kasa omo spare pass yo den yo dan nyina so aban bi eba ye na so omo antimi anya ama ye omo de na ada saaje ho kwan ska ediye mi adom na nado eba ye no odi ne bohye so kasa obeya ama na ye ma metina ene MC wanya no esone ne nkofo a omu ka no ho apamfo ka ho mo ne ye adwuma no omu be hye ye bo se to aba na mo ba be ya amaye ampa ye to ye no so no omu de osi ayoyo aba be ye ekwan amaye
since 1992 am ye ba ha ye hu bi da obi amaye road da na nda ya nso dai na abandam nti do chande ade ye hu no ye be sure say o maintain no for years no ye be campaign ankasa to house ye da aboa no bo ye hu bi da nti bi da
aha SCC ngoja na eko 1+1 ni nyina omai 3 kilometers inside ho nyina omai na fat kama awa ofa so awa oni tu ampa cho se de mo hu bi ni nyina ye kama omai inside ho nyina e fascinate wo DVL ho nyina inside road the wokrom ho nyina omai kama efe pa ye ni hu ne di ho adanse na se de be gyina ye politics ne de me ankasa me hu bi de na je so mo mpania ya de ye so rules no ye ni hu bi
bia ne wo gba zero gba efe ha wo efe ha wo fine agba ehwe bi ene kaje zero here kan ya abekuma jame road ehwe no ni afe ha wo no expect ake won bi government ko ni ebo mo na efe no ha wo na na she election time kaje ne kan ba gba wo na wo amebo modern fine sani go be ikra amebo modern fine no fa no ota wa me fi ame ha wo
o mpacho na nado dan kwa wa ya de first kra na nti sentense nyame adom efri cemetery ho besi bulem junction de oguso a woye oyebi aban wa ya de pa se ya ye mpotem to base ne jama bulem mi ni nyina no oguso a woye nim se bo hye wo hye no nyame adom ebebem
ebrikro na mu ena owura kumo a woye aban kra chipanyi ene UTV ekasa chensem sei
tebeka chia mafo so obi anka na koma nto ye year of rose no menemu ka sei aban ama ye so yate den a megidi say ye koye nim no amafo nkoso en support ye member of parliament honorable Tinana Elemensa ene his excellency Nana Rodan Kwakufo Ado no mo mai another 4 years na njuma pa ya chance ye e wo ye mpeso so in terms of rules no yetimi famba awie pa
omoma achibedwani onimonyamfo gift batampa mensa ekasa ya na nsemuni
Afia before say wejagbawe in terms of road development there is in totality there make say we are way ahead in terms of road and also say ya there pa until we need 4 more years to continue with the good job no na you say when you know within these 2 years we are making no it started within these 2 years until when you know 2 years no if you are going to get another 4 years just imagine wait times 3 or times 4.
Dormaahene a wone osagefo osiade yo agemabedu otoso mienu wakasa dia so Ghana bambofo titru asojafo ne aprosifo nim sani die mada ya omonye professional kakra wa bra wonom eye adwuma wo kire se asrafo anampo aprosifo ne asojafo de wo mo ewo memu se won behwe ama emra so die aye adwuma nenso ekoba se wo mankasa toto adwuma papa so a na ani die kura Ghana fo ye wodema wo mo ne ye atofom amietietia so wose na sentiment ba na di nso no ekoso no suban bi ene ne ye bi a asojafo binum eyi na die no na enye fekra
Osagefo osiade yo ajeman bedu otoso mienu di nsem we nyina atudwa abra professor Nana Jane Opoku ajeman ene Yera Johnson esi edunkete a wono ye twetwefo ema NDC amanyoko no ekọ na himfie de maami ekọ akọkire na abra omkopie mu ewo ahimfie wo Dormaahene nkuro no enam so ema osiade yo ajemanbedu e de asemi tudwa kire se efri Afia pem ahankono aduokunu mienu 1992 besi se ye kase enya de abasabasa ye bia koso abra wo twuro din ewo ne fam ho nanso so bono region ye dan ena na anu ada ye twuro din basabasa ye akoso amana de hye mienu ahwere wonom enkwa
amanyo onye tane onye chichemu amanyo ya adwene kire onye da abaka bi ma menka bi na dodo no bedi yi onye da ba ko no bede obedi nguni na ye nyina ya de afo aso 79 92 96 2000 2004 2008 2012 2016 then today dilibia mami nse confusion about 2020 yeah mesra Ghana for mesa da mesa yemu registration 2020 registration dey home yenye bibiu na ne mu oyiya mu owura amaka na sa na mesra security for abedi yanim nka IGP ame commander BNI ne beka ntinia misre sa ni pana bededa security agencies na no say obia nya professional na kobasa ku de mrani dibia NDC oriba odia dibe NPP odia dibe odia DBNC group ne okanwa obama bia besro beyond me nyobi bibone ho na masem no wono
enu achi no General Secretary ma NDC amanyoko no eye Yera Johnson esi edunketia ono so editu edwase
police na afra wo se adwuma no ekoro yeso enti no ngram enti se so wo ba rosi fon jimi ensan wo ti rasa na yenti mi muate wa bra hwimu ekoso enti ye mesra ni se na masu ina yefa edin echi ye bema justice in sin bita and say obi no ye ye hu se obumra so ya kina so no bi ye ne ase wedie o ye di shebi o obi afa ebi o hokra no ye bin se bi pa ye ye ya no ya ko tin pa fo ye do mo ku namra na ye sa ye mo ra si
Sayeko menshia South abaton pesua so ewo Asante mantemu a emebna wo no ede atudwa se kwan bia so wo mo sa di emfie 9 ebiem ebeka na adadanko akufado ene MPP ho na afen so maboa ama eye enwumesua sofo a wone Matthew Opoku Prempe wasan atwo na dwuma so ebiem
mebunu ekuo bi asori ewo NPP amanyekuo nu emu ewo menhia anafo abato mpeso so a wombota nyina ne se obontoa abodawuro e de akire omanfo hiehia se wosan to aba edi mfie nan eka omampani Nana Adodankwa akufu ado ehom na afen so mrahye a wowo menhia South abato mpeso so a wono ane swafo a ohwe ngomasua ensem so honorable Matthew Opoku Prempen so one sign ento emfa emanom na ekuo yi ya wonom ba no dani ene nana osei agima prempe echiremu a MPP aban ne ba ye wa ye adwuma pa titru enwumasua apomuden oman sikasem ntotoye ene akwan hodo pi so bo hye ya dodo na nso so wadi so ya Ghana fo dodo na edi ho adanse enu nti na hia se wosan to aba edima NPP aban no se ne be ya ne pa wo ye no obeto aso woto aso echiremu se soafo a ohwe enwumasua ansem so Honorable Matthew opoku prempe eba ye no wa ye adwuma papa ya ontoto ne ho ase kura wa boa enwumasua ama ekonanim e wo man yi mu enu nti na ehia se wono nso woto aba edima no
ye ntia mesusu se form for nana form more for napono so wo hwe adwuma na pa ya naponi fru masha ha ofra pejafie ye ma na po minister no wa mfa metena mensi anko a odiko Ghana man nyina ama ne din aseta ekọ ba bia mensi na tete sa ba we a ese ma ba ne mpɛso aso a meka ese meka form for nana even then mensi anko bia nim Ghana man ne wiase man nyina enim adwuma na pa abo nti se meka so bia ya de papa na me boy ewura na do danko akufu ado abaso ese me sa so ebo yenua Martin opoku prempe so abaso tinam se form for nana form for napo
UTV Semtrofo ne assemblyman wo Impotemu hon Honorable James Owusu Buache edi nkomo ema ono soso e de abasobode ma MPP aban e na afa suafo a ohwe enwomasua ensem so
ohwe de nana prempe adan na dia one Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku prempe MPP mpanyimfo omo manhia ya na kire say youth no amama mumbui ba munim say ye de nod no esa ama nana adodankwa ene Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku prempe adwuma no yebetima ya akoyanim etino yebesre youth no yatem nkasa ina adwuma sam ne yeguso ayeye eti yebesre se mo for round 2 no ema ye na yento aso enkoyanim
Mrashibedwani owo Akuapem North abaton pesua so ewo Apue Mantam nana amadokua akasa ahyanemanfo ebose ensuomo ewiemu emwa bie sefata bia no obedum wonom na afi wode aso wonom asene esanse womo ama wono akwanya se wonfa ni womo so dia na esefata se wono nso etumi ema ne na yentienta wo maboboa no ne kobase womo hia bibia watumi ede adom womo nana amadokua de sansem wetu dwa abra wode esam bag makumako adioson ekoche woni a womo etopano ewo Akuapem North abato empesua so no
coronavirus yare be yade abedi ni penya pa manipa dodo na nyuma waye nkakra ma wone womba insa ko nganon asei eno na musoma emrahye begwani a owo Akuapem atifin abato empesua no so ononyamfo nana ama dokuya asia ma agei si sene bae no ama ne manfo ho nso akere wompa ma me no wokan ode ne nsa akeka miai bebre ahwa aboa manipa ni bi wo ho a nkakra mun warigina wo nan so wama anso hwara me no wokan wasan de esam mako aduoson de ama emme a wo ye esam adwuma si oje di se yare bai wonso wo ho akere wompa ma niam a wo beye ama enkrofo ato no wontumi nye ne sa biom eyi na osi wonye na wonso bebi a won atosin anase bia wo ho akere won no ontumi ntua won aka nyina ama won na emom ebetumi aboa ma won afiase nkakra asa gina won nan so biom
abri ni bribia mu no akwanya ne babia ye hwehwe kwan bia ye betumi attach obia lives in one way or the other inti ene na edu breakers for so campaign time many 1 year several meetings upon meetings kwan a ye befa so a ye betumi aboa won in the past e bia wo ha obi betumi afre o se bia oven and ABB inti sa individual assistance ne de yengetimi ayiye bi nkakra and some in the COVID-19 time no be nya request bi say ebinom nso say wonya anka yema on flower assistance but ne yeri ntimi nhwe na nipa ba nu ba sana na wo bi sai no yemfa ma wonyina nti say yeri masa assistance ne dia near the bay no social intervention dia boa won a baking nyina be pastries and say bread inti ene no ye behia ene ye ba be yes distribution no na ye de nyina ma obia last 2 years farmers nyina mitimi cheches fertilizers ma the same way mitimi cheche weedicides ni adede ma inti adwuma na ye na no na ye continue me target group here are professional groups inti abrini bribia no I meet different mitimi share artisans mitimi share different professional groups from time to time. This is one of such meetings and akoso.
Metubrodo. nanso miniska nti na mekofiri esam no ewo yang panfuni bi ho ana me de adwuma no nti se na MP ehu se yenye nyina na yenya sika ye de be ye adwuma na obabu ayen obeso yen ase a yada na se onko so ya no hwe yen na ya de se de ba kon so ere reto na na amadoku anim no se ekoponfo ye kasa but money hwe yen kasa ye kasa na on hwe de onua nim so ye mayen a ebebu ayen na onye mayen
ari bai enen ama enipa ni bebre adwuma akofom obu okra do tumi ye be 3 bags say be a 2 bags okra ontumi nye ori osanga koi nyamenka no na o meye na ebro so emfa mayen ni gina rade di mu say yenim say obenya 4 years okko
Semfie na biaso na omayi ye babeto aba ye nyina enim se amonyoku ahodo ewo mamu ya na emu frankatufo ye debate ade ma omu bisebisa omu semisa ahodo momu yi ano e ma wonom policies ahodo de be ye adwuma nso ya na omu kasa kakra ede fa ho nanso afidie no ahwe a emaso esan se MPP for chese omu candidate na ebia na wantumi enya ho na no na UTV nsamkyerefo ye de enkamera to yenko ho akọ abonte na omanfa ho kasa se debate e wo se baso anase emaso omadwemponi
debate no better say I can pass one bad because and say who ni we aye and who ni we aye we see we anyade we see we anyade eti ko mo bana we chese me ba ni ye say ana me tem say na me ye won so ba de no waye ni ehun say ye oh we ba waye say ya chi we won so ba waye say ya chi ni ehun ni ye
ye hwe fatoto NDC for dia ni ehun aban no waye adwuma aban no waye adwuma na ye be hu na ekọ we hwe MPP ye aban for 3.5 years ekọ 4 years na adwuma waye no ye more than MPP for 8 years to me dem be say NDC for 8 years into me per se ebaso ye fa na Akufo-Addo second term man emra so life no obi anhwe ye fa obi ade ento atoto won ye hwe ne ekọ
ma wo se die be no be ye obetumi ebu akonta wo ho wo ka chance wo si school da akwa mi kurom school ne ya ono mass aye say na adu ba ye no abesi school no mi kurom kwan ya o si so wa ma mi kurom da eastern region wa fa ba bia da ko he de na adu aye kwan no na do ma me de no be ye chance wo betumi ebu akonta wo ha no ho awa kunta mo timi nya straight
amesa debate na say Ghana hampen for no akwa bibi say you do me I do you because last time na mama teso 4 years ago I not teso time na Akufo-Addo friend debate wanko Akufo-Addo friend debate wanko until this time also e be ye di mpa say debate Akufo-Addo beba nti wo se ye bompai na ye kasa chi Akufo-Addo no forget sa ade no no ye de kokko no ne kopre ho na Ghana fo ye bo ne teso ye nwu so ono de on pesa you know what the America